Good evening, guys. I thought I would quite like to make a little video about posture and sitting at desks, and probably a lot of people that are working from home during this whole lockdown time. We don't know how long it's going to go on, so people will be sitting, working at desks that they're not used to, maybe setups that aren't maybe just the optimum chair desk setup for what you need. I think I've been trying to teach people to have decent posture for probably over 30 years, and I have to say that I realised a little while ago that it's a difficult thing to do, and really honestly I'm not sure that I've ever succeeded, because the thing about posture, I feel, is that we talk a lot about good posture and bad posture, but in actual fact we're not entirely sure what good posture and bad posture is. I think one of the things that we need to do when we're sitting around a lot is move as frequently as we can, not stay in the same positions for too long, not find that an hour's gone past and that we haven't stood up or we haven't done some stretching. And so I thought it would be a good and timely opportunity to show you a few of the simple things that I instruct my patients to do and do myself when I'm sitting working at a desk for a prolonged period of time, to try to stop stiffness and aches and pains develop. So one of my favourite exercises involves a kind of modification of the cat and camel exercise. So you basically need to go onto all fours, and like so. And when you're on all fours, you need to make sure that your elbows and shoulders are in line with each other, and your knees and hips are above one another. And what you do then is you go down onto your elbows, okay? Go down onto your elbows, and then you take your bum back towards your heels, okay? So when you're in that position there, you then do the same movement that you would do in the cat and camel, but you drive it with your head a little bit. So what you do is you breathe in, tuck your chin in your chest, arch up, breathe out, lift your head up. Breathe in, chin in your chest, breathe out, relax. Breathe in, chin in your chest, breathe out, relax. Breathe in, chin in your chest, breathe out, relax. This position makes the movement happen more in your thoracic spine rather than the bottom of your lumbar spine. So if you're up on all fours and you do this, you can see the movement happening at the bottom. But actually, what you come down onto your elbows and forearms, what happens is it's much more in your thoracic spine. That's number one. Number two, if I don't want to come too close to the camera. In this position here, you can do a modified thread the needle. So you kind of go back into that bum towards your heel position, take your left hand, lift it up, and stretch through. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch through, come back. Breathe in, breathe out, stretch through. You can stretch at different angles. You can stretch parallel to your shoulders, halfway down, or all the way to your hip. And you can get more rotation depending on how hard you reach. So breathe in, breathe out, stretch down to your hip. Now you can modify that one by coming up into all fours. Breathe in, breathe out, down and across. Breathe in, breathe out. This just makes it more of a total thoracic rotation, whereas when you're on your elbows down here, the movement tends to be in the upper part of your thoracic spine. So this part up here. So you can modify that and change that a little bit more, make it a little bit harder by turning to one side and coming down and across, coming back up to here and coming back down and across. Swap hands, up you come, down and across, up you come, down and across. I always finish these guys off by doing a little bit of stretch back into chair pose. Keep your hands where they are and just relax down into that area. Come back up, and then down you come. So I quite like these because they're quite dynamic. It gets you up out that seated position. Next one I like is a modified Pilates exercise, or an exercise that I've taken from Pilates. They call it chalk circle, and basically you're going to be lying on your side, like so. You're going to put your hands out in front, and you're going to reach around like so. Okay, back to the beginning. Reach that way and around. Reach the other way and around. So I move down a little bit so you can see me do that maybe more clearly. So here, reach up, follow with your head, follow your hands, but keep your head relaxed. And then follow down, nice and slow, back to here. So it's breathe in, breathe out, back to the beginning. Breathe in and breathe out. So get your shoulder girdle loosened off, opens up from that bent forward position, opens up across your chest, mobilizes your shoulders, and also includes breathing, so expand your ribs. At the end, you're in this position, put your hands on your ribs, breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in through your nose, and breathe out. And you can flip over and do the same thing on the other side. I would say I would do 5 of each of those things, and maybe repeat it 3 times on each side, or twice if you're rushing and you're in between appointments. I think it's better to do it little and often rather than too many times at the one time, because you want to split it up. You want to think about your day as being into sections, and don't sit too long at your desk. Even standing up tall and stretching out and opening up the front of your chest is useful if you don't have time to come and do the exercises. And just move as much as you can, stay mobile, keep breathing, and we'll get through this. Take care. Bye-bye.